August the 28th, 1963, Josephine Baker speaks at the March on Washington. On this day, the beloved entertainer and civil rights activist Josephine Baker, born in St. Louis, Missouri, addressed a crowd of nearly a quarter million people during the March on Washington. Arriving at the march after returning from France, where she had lived for much of her life, Baker was one of the only two women to speak that day, with Baker herself speaking immediately before Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave his legendary I Have a Dream speech. In stark contrast to King's trademark soaring tone, however, Baker was much more personal and grounded in style, speaking of the quiet joy she had experienced living in France, relatively free of the bigotry that plagued many Black American communities. She spoke of hope, of everything that America might become in time, and expressed her trust that the next generations would continue the fight for true justice within the United States. Today, Josephine Baker is buried at the Parthenon in Paris, but her legacy as a resistance fighter and champion of civil rights remains truly American. Okay. Yeah, she was a wonderful entertainer. She spoke her mind. She did what she could. She tried to enlighten people. And matter of fact, they just had the 60th year anniversary of that march. A lot of people came to Washington and uh, reiterated that march and spoke. Martin Luther King Jr. kids spoke, and I'm sure a lot of people was really inspired and intrigued with that. And I'm not going to say nothing bad about that. That was a great thing that they did. Any good thing to help people be better is a good thing for everyone. Um, has things got better? Some people can say yes, and some people can say no. Because I don't measure is things getting better or can we do anything better? Nothing's gonna ever be better as long as white people is ruling over black people. And that's the bottom line. And she was talking about she hoped that the next generation can continue the fight. Okay, how many generations has it been since then? Okay, she spoke in 1963, but um, she had been fighting bigotry since the 20s. Okay. Um, why are we still fighting for equality? Why? What is the point? I mean, now they talking about they trying to, well, they is disenfranchise a lot of people from voting. They have uh, Ginger manager, where they are doing the things with the map so people can have territories that they are guaranteed to be elected and all that crap. I said, you know what? They White people gonna do what white people do. It's up to us to make sure our communities is safe. It's up to us to make sure our families are functioning. Because nobody's going to help us but us. We keep doing all this marching and protesting, begging these white people to change laws. They can change laws and policies all they want. The people out here on the ground is the ones that's making it miserable for everybody. Now we done went through slavery, we done went through Jim Crow, we done went through Jane Crow. Now we into uh Harry Crow. It's never Crow is gonna be Crow. We have to start being stronger and stop. And I was reading this book and she was right that if we doing wrong, they gonna beat us. If we doing good, they gonna beat us. Why don't we get them? Why don't we tell the truth? It's time to get the hell out of this doggone country. Because as long as the black man is in the United States, the white man's gonna do everything to make their life miserable. And of course they're gonna let a few because they have to, look good to the, you know, other countries and stuff. They're gonna let some niggas get a little money, but you better not help your people or you won't get another penny. So, uh, yeah. If we ever get any more good black leaders, we could maybe get something going. But I don't know how we're gonna get that with the way these kids are being born with a not a silver spoon in their mouth, but uh, a Gucci spoon in their mouth. All right, thank you for listening.